Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to the Dankest Dungeon. Today we're just going to be bringing some more of our personal decks. Let's go ahead and throw down. Hey, it's Jason, and today I'm going to be playing the partner pair of Haldan and Pako. What I'm trying to do here is get infinite combat steps with aggravated assault and kill everyone with Pako. Or I'm going to try to get infinite turns and kill everyone with Pako.
Hey, I'm Eddie, and today I'm playing the 11th Doctor and Amy Pond. Our whole goal is we're going to throw stuff into suspend and cast a ton of spells from exile, see what value we can get out of it.
Hey guys, it's Corbin. We're back. Today we are playing Gnostro, Voice of the Crags. On the surface, it is a 3/3 for 4 that cares about casting spells, which is right up my alley, right? Well, underneath, it's just a bad card. I don't know why I'm playing this deck.
Hey, it's Matt. I'm here playing Malcolm Alluring Scoundrel, aka Malcolm 2.0. Deck's pretty straightforward. Just hit people 4 times or so, probably mostly Jason. And after I get enough counters on Malcolm, I can start just casting random expensive spells for free, and hopefully that wins me the game.
Hey guys, are you ready to play some Magic?
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's go ahead and roll. I got a 9.
I got a 10.
Got a 9.
7.
Dope, I'll go first. This hand's garbage. Keep.
This hand's fine.
This hand's okay. I'm going to keep it.
I'm going to play this Glacial Floodplain tapped and pass turn.
I will go to my turn then, and I'm going to play this Polluted Delta, which I'm going to fetch for a basic island. And I will pass as well.
I'm going to play Rivendell, tapped. Go ahead.
We're going to play a Flooded Strand, suspend a Mox Tantalite.
That's tantalizing.
I will pass the turn.
We will play this Shivan Reef untapped, and then I'll pass.
At the end of your turn, I am going to cycle Boon of the Wish Giver to draw 1 card. I'll go to my turn. I have a basic island, and I will pass the turn.
Draw a card. I will play a Carplusan Forest. I'll pay 2. And play a Felwar Stone.
Your end step, crack the Flooded Strand. Steam Vents tapped. Draw. Prairie Stream tapped. Pass.
I'm going to draw basic island. I'll pass.
End of your turn, I'm going to attempt to flash in my commander, Malcolm.
Still in the end of my turn. I'm going to attempt to braid Malcolm.
Tap and draw. I have additional land. It's a Flooded Strand. I'm going to fetch an island. I'm going to cast Solve the Equation to go find an instant or sorcery and put it into my hand. I'm going to find a Fierce Guardianship and put it into my hand. I will pass my turn.
I will untap and draw. I'm going to go ahead and play a Forest 3 mana for Haldan, Avis Arcanist. He can search for Pako. That's not possible. He's the one who lets me play Pako's cards. Go ahead.
Oh, sick. Untap, upkeep, remove a time counter. We'll go ahead and play Gallifrey Council Chamber. When enters the battlefield, surveil 1, keep it on top, and then cast the 11th Doctor. I'm not like Brendan, I'm not gonna say the subtitle.
Bro, what does it do?
When the 11th Doctor deals combat damage to a player, I may exile a card from my hand with a number of time counters on it equal to its mana value. If it doesn't have suspend, it gains suspend. And I can pay 3, target creature with power 3 or less, can't be blocked.
Yeah, but what does it do?
I'm talking.
Oh, I am talking. Oh, no, I am talking.
Anyways, go ahead.
I don't watch Doctor Who, but bro sounds like he don't like being interrupted. Ouch. Cast the Chimera. Choose 1. X is the number of spells you cast this turn. Do some things. Pass turn.
I will untap and draw. I have a Prismatic Vista. I'm going to fetch an island. I'm going to pass my turn.
All right. I'm going to not play Pako.
What makes you think I have a counter spell?
I'm going to play a Breeding Pool tapped. I'm going to smack Matt for 1. I will pass.
Upkeep, remove the last time counter from Mox Tantalite. Look at that. We got a Arcane Signet 3 turns later. Draw my card for turn. Play this Sunbaked Canyon. Pay 3 for a Rotating Fireplace. Enters the battlefield with a time counter on it and tapped, as well as taps for the colorless equal to the amount of time counters on it. Pay 4 time travel, only activate as a sorcery. I will attack you for 3.
Okay.
And then resolving, I will suspend this Whisper Silk Cloak with 3 counters. Go ahead.
I'm going to hurt myself. Red, blue, I'm going to play a League Guild Mage. It is a 2-mana 2/2 with 2 abilities. Pay 4 mana, 3 in a blue, to tap it to draw a card, or pay X in a red to tap it. Copy target instant or sorcery spell you control with mana value X. You may choose new targets for the copies. I will move to my end step.
I'm going to cast Dig Through Time, exiling 4 cards from my graveyard.
I will respond for that.
Of course you will.
I'm gonna Narset's Reversal.
You're going to Narset's Reversal my Dig Through Time.
Yeah.
I'm going to commandeer your Narset's Reversal, exiling Jace, Wielder of Mysteries, and Mental Misstep.
I will pay 1 blue to Stubborn Denial the original Dig Through Time.
Cool.
I'm gonna shoot that dude for 2.
I'm
'cause
going
you're
to tap and
smart.
draw. I got nothing. Go ahead.
I will just attempt to cast Pako.
You got a doggy.
Go to combat. Pako at Matt, Haldan at Eddie. Trigger Pako, everyone exiles the top. I got Personal Tutor.
Wow.
Enter the Infinite.
Enter the Infinite.
Mind's Desire.
4 non-creatures, he gets 4 counters. Hit Matt for a 7.
I'll take 7.
Ouch. Land for turn will be Clifftop Retreat tapped, because I don't have a mountain or plains. Go ahead.
Upkeep, remove a time counter from Whisper Silk Cloak. Play an island for turn, pay 1 life. We're going to suspend a Jadoon Enforcers for 6. 3, we're going to, as foretold, game map, keep put a time counter on it once per turn. I may pay 0 rather than pay the mana cost, so the mana value equals the number of time counters on as foretold. And I will pass the turn.
Draw. I'm gonna play Swans of Bryn Argol. Flying 4/3. If a source would did damage to these birds, prevent that damage. The source's controller draws cards equal to the damage prevented this way. I'm gonna tap my commander to deal 1 damage to this bird. I will draw a card. Land for turn is gonna be Fiery Islet. I will pass the turn.
At the end of your turn, I'm going to try to cast my commander again. Malcolm. 2/1 Flying Flash. When it deals combat damage to a player, put a counter on it, draw a card, and discard a card. If there are 4 more counters on it, I can play the discarded card without paying its mana cost. And tap and draw. Combat time. I'm going to send 2 at Jason.
Yep.
Trigger. I will put a counter on, draw and discard. I'm going to discard Echo Beyonds. Land for turn is an island. I'm going to cast Contentious Plan to proliferate and draw a card. Pass.
We'll go to combat. Pako at Eddie, Haldan at Matt. Everyone exile your top card.
Island.
It's a Muddle the Mixture.
I Sphinx of the Second Sun.
And I hit a Sylvan Library for myself. 3 more
counters.
counters, because one of these is a creature.
I will take a damage from Holden.
You'll take 10, Edward. I'm going to play this island for a turn. Attempt to cast Seize the Day. Untap target creature. After this main phase, there's an additional combat phase followed by an additional main phase. Flashback 3.
Fierce Guardianship.
Yep. Oh wait, I have Muddle the Mixture right here. Yeah, I will attempt to counter that.
I am going to Experimental Augury. Look at top 3, put 1 in my hand, and the rest in the bottom end on your order, and proliferate.
Sounds good.
Force of Will, Prepare Dane.
How many cards have you pitched?
All of them.
Go.
Why? I only have 1 left.
You got that. I will pass the turn after that.
I'm going to untap, upkeep, remove a time counter from each of my cards, and then add a counter to as foretold. I'm going to time travel, getting my Whisper Silk Cloak, and then going down to 4 of the Jadoon Enforcers. Pass the turn.
I'm gonna lose a life and try to end this game. I'm gonna cast Chain of Plasma, targeting Swans of Bryn Argol. Chain of Plasma deals 3 damage to target creature or player. Then that player or that creature's controller may discard a card from his or her hand. If the player does, he or she may copy this spell. So it's gonna deal 3 damage to Swans. Swan's replacement effect will have me draw 3 cards, and then I'll discard a card to copy it.
So you can draw your whole deck.
He can
I mean,
draw some
basically,
back. I got
yeah.
nothing.
I'll pay 1 blue to Rapid Hybridization V1.
Gross. Okay, we're gonna play Body of Knowledge. Its power and toughness are each equal to the number of cards in your hand. I have no maximum hand size. Whenever this bro is dealt damage, I draw that many cards. Come at me, Pooch. I'm ready. I'm going to tap this dude. I have cast exactly 1 spell. I'm going to shoot this bro for 1. I will draw. I will play this Volatile Fjord tapped. This thing needs to attack somebody. I guess it's attacking Eddie. Or no, I guess you, Jason, die.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I'll pass.
I'm going to play Urza Saga. Chapter 1, it can make mana now. It is nearly as good as the rest of my lands. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to flashback Echo Beyonds.
Shuffle our decks and graveyards and hands together and draw 7 cards.
If that's
Yeah.
the case, actually, then I'm going to pad the Exile Pako.
I'll get a Forest.
I'm going to go to combat.
My hand is much worse.
Sweet. I'm going to hit you
Basically
for 2 as
dog
well.
Okay.
When it deals combat damage to you, I'm going to put a counter on, I'm going to draw and discard. I'm going to discard this Ugin the Spirit Dragon.
Yeah, you are.
And because Malcolm has 4 counters on it, I'm going to put it on the stack for free.
Arcane Denial.
I tried. Second main, I have an entire Felwar Stone. Fear me. That's about it. At the beginning of your upkeep, we got some cards to draw.
Yeah.
I'm still in untap. All right, proceed.
Ah, yes.
I will also draw a card during my draw step. I'm gonna play a Training Center untapped because I have 2 or more opponents. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for Pako. He's back. Can't keep a good dog down. Go to combat.
I would like it to become a 4/4 elemental instead.
I'm going to have to slip out the back. I'll get a counter and phase out.
Yeah.
Take 1, Matt.
I'll take it.
Dang.
Go ahead.
Upkeep, get a counter, lose a counter. Play a Rogue's Passage for turn. Go for a Soul Ring.
It's a good card.
We're going to play the Girl in the Fireplace. She's a 1/1 human with Vanishing 3 and prevent all combat damage to be dealt to her. We're going to pay 4 for a Wild Magic Sorcerer. The first spell I cast from exile each turn has Cascade. Equip the Whisper Silk Cloak to the Wild Magic Sorcerer, and then I will pay 1 blue to suspend an Ancestral Vision. That'll be my turn.
If you appreciate the content we're creating and you'd like to support us here at the dungeon, the #1 way to do so is to sign up over on our Patreon page. Some of the Patreon benefits include access to our full deck lists, voting privileges for polls held over on our Patreon, and shoutouts at the end of every video to let everyone know how awesome you are. If money's tight and becoming a patron isn't the best option for you right now, we totally get it. Simply liking our videos or subscribing to the channel if you haven't already, or commenting down below all help as well, and are totally free. Thank you all for watching and enjoy the game.
Land for turn is going to be Mouth of Ranum, 2 mana. I will cast a Talisman of Creativity, and then I'll tap Gnostro to beat up Malcolm.
What did he ever do to you?
Exist. I'll play this Talisman of Progress. This beastie is gonna get frisky. That rhymed in my head. Jason take 3. Matt can take 2.
Sure.
I'll pass.
Main 1. Urza Saga can now make me some friends.
Hot dog.
I am going to cast Spell Seeker. Search my library for a instant or sorcery with mana value 2 or less. Reveal it and put it in my hand. I'm gonna get the Cyber conversion. Turn target creature face down. It's a 2/2 Cyberman artifact creature. I'm gonna play Island, and I'm simply going to pass the turn.
I'm gonna pay 2 life. Noxious Revival. I'll put Slip Out the Back on top of my deck.
You know you can pay mana for that.
I'll do that instead. I forgot that. Breeding Bull is hanging out. Pako will phase in. Combat?
Go to the throw pause phase.
Sure.
I'm gonna swing at Eddie. I'll go with the 1. It's fine. I'm gonna swing this at Matt for 1.
Sure. Show and tell. You
Reverberate.
should cast that. That would be funny.
Oh, damn.
Time Warp.
4 counters on Pako.
Yep. Forest return. Yeah, I think we'll start off by paying 5 for this Time Warp to take an extra turn after this one. I'm gonna pay 2 to reverberate that.
Now I have responses.
Sure. Now that I can't counter your counter, sure.
I'm gonna start by casting Cyber conversion on Gnostro.
Sure.
Then I'm going to Flusterstorm Time Warp 4 times.
Yeah, I don't have 4 mana. Pay 2 mana to cast this Sylvan Library. Pass turn.
At your end step, we're going to free cast Clock Spinning, pay 3 for the vibe buyback to remove a counter from Ancestral Vision. Untap, upkeep, get a counter, remove a counter, remove a counter. I need another
Well,
token.
doesn't happen until after you draw.
Oh, never mind. Well, then draw.
What does Chapter 2 do?
I get a horse token.
Everything's in this fireplace.
And the token has doctor creatures I control have horsemanship.
That's wild.
Well, I don't think he's going to be able to use that horsemanship anytime because I'm going to free cast Out of Time. When it enters the battlefield, untap all creatures, then those creatures phase out until Out of Time leaves the battlefield. Put a vanishing counter on it for each creature removed from the battlefield this way.
Pay 5 mana and sacrifice Mouth. I'll deal 4 damage to a Body of Knowledge, which will then draw me 4 cards.
I guess before you resolve that, I will slip out the back Pako again. He'll get a counter and phase out before he phases out.
That has 9 counters. The 11th Doctor. Equip Whisper Silk Cloak. Pass the turn.
Basic Plains, 2 mana, Felwar Stone. I will pay 6 mana. I will cast Arcanist the Omnipotent. I can tap him to draw 3 cards or pay 4 mana to return him to my hand. Otherwise, he out here in these pits, 3/4, ready to throw hands. I'll pass.
Untap, upkeep, draw. I'm gonna trigger the Saga, but in response, I'm gonna make a chump blocker for Pako. I'm gonna get Expedition Map. I'm going to sacrifice the Expedition Map.
That's
I thought it
pretty
was pretty good.
What's the other one? It's like a tower. Get something from your
Mystic
graveyard.
Sanctuary.
Mystic
Yeah.
Sanctuary.
Yeah, maybe Mr. Sanctuary was a good idea, but the problem with that is that it was already in my hand. So I'm gonna play it. Cyber conversion on top of my deck. It's the turn.
Upkeep, Pako's back. Trigger Sylvan Library. I am gonna pay 4. I'm gonna pay 2 mana. Isochron Scepter.
I'll just Clock Spinning now. do the thing. We're gonna remove a counter here.
I'll pass priority.
I'm just gonna throw a negate underneath.
Sure.
Negate's good.
Okay, we'll go to combat.
Beginning of combat goes to your hand.
Yeah.
Ain't no more slipping out the back today.
Let's go ahead and play a Rootbound Crag for turn. Drop a Talisman of Creativity. 5. Paco's back.
Sure is.
But I already used up my combat, so
Yeah, you
go
did.
ahead, Eddie.
Upkeep, this goes down to counter. This will finally resolve. I'm gonna draw 3 cards. Go to my main phase. Go in the fireplace. Whenever a creature I control goes counter on show player this turn, time travel. We're gonna free cast Paradox Haze, enchanting myself. At the beginning of my first upkeep, I get an additional upkeep after this.
Seems good.
Rose Tyler, go to combat.
You should hit Corbin.
Jason, we're gonna hit you for 3.
You gotta try.
Creature I control this combat damage show a player. I can time travel, getting Jadoon Enforcers, putting another counter on Out of Time, putting a counter on Rotating Fireplace, and 1 more on As We're Told. I'm gonna suspend the Wedding of River Song.
Can't you stack it so that you take
do
a
that
time
first.
counter off of this?
I could, yeah.
Okay,
Probably a good plan.
Dope. I'm gonna untap. I got a dog too. Chakram Retriever. I partner with somebody, but we don't care about that, bro. Whenever I cast a spell during my turn, I untap target creature. I'm gonna draw 3 cards. I'm gonna cast Ponder. I will trigger a Chakram and untap Arcanist. We're gonna shuffle. I'm gonna draw 3 cards. I'm gonna cast Serum Visions and untap Arcanist. Land for turn is gonna be Glacial Fortress. I'm gonna draw 3 cards. I'll play Consider. I'll untap Arcanist. Will Scion of Peace into my graveyard. I'm gonna draw 3 cards. I'm gonna play Striker Rich. Get a treasure token. Untap Arcanist. I'm gonna move to discard. I'm gonna discard Brash Taunter, Treasure Cruise, Argbon, Emery, Land, Deliberate, Land, Sleight of Hand, Teleria West, Bloodstainmire.
I'm going to untap and draw a card. I'm going to play an island. I'm going to attempt to cast Merchant Scroll.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm going to go find Dig Through Time, and then I'm going to pass the turn.
At the end of your turn, we're gonna free cast Clock Spinning, paying to 3 for the buyback.
I'm gonna
Targeting.
counter clock spinning.
Okay.
He gets to do it for free. Like he's just going to untap. Yeah, I'll just cast it. Why not? Dig Through Time. Yeah, that's it. Go ahead.
Trigger Sylvan Library. I'm gonna pay for 4 mana for Irenicus's Vile Duplication, targeting Pako.
I'll use a treasure for a blue. I will cast Narset's Reversal on Irenicus's Vile Duplication.
Negate.
Sure.
All right, we will go to combat. The flying one will come at Corbin. This one will come at Matt.
Trigger double Pakos.
Top card first will be Flyer.
So it gets 3 counters.
3 counters because one of them is a creature. Scavenging Grounds, Island. What is that?
Ponder.
Ponder.
Oh, wow. Second one, I'm hitting a Wild Growth.
Rogue's Passage.
Mirrored Landscape.
Is that a land?
Yeah, it is a land.
I'm going to block a Pako with this massive 2/2 construct.
Block another Paco with my face.
So I have all these cards I can't cast. I will pass the turn.
First upkeep, add a counter, remove a counter, remove a counter. Second upkeep, remove a counter. Cast the Wedding River Song. I'm gonna draw 2 cards, and I'm gonna exile a non-land card from my hand with a number of counters on it equal to its mana value with Suspend. And then I get to time travel. Target opponent does the same. Matt, go ahead and draw 2.
Yay.
And then you may suspend a card from your hand with a number of time counters on it equal to its mana value.
I'm going to suspend this Ledger Shredder.
I'm gonna do Flaming Fist. Then I will draw for turn. Play this Reliquary Tower. I'm gonna attempt to cast Time Stretch off my free cast of As Foretold.
I am passing priority because I'm a scrub.
I am going to make a risky play. I'm going to cast Commandeer to gain control of it, exiling Cyclonic Rift and Cyber Conversion.
He just loves exiling his blue cards.
That's tragic. I'll pay 2 to make Rose Tyler unblockable with the 11th Doctor. And then we're gonna suspend the Inspiring Refrain. Corbin, Rose at you. Jason, Jadoon Enforcers at
And
you.
she's unblockable or whatever.
Yeah, she's unblockable.
Okay, how much damage am I taking?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Yeah, that's all I got.
All right, I will take the first of my extra turns. Thank you very much. Well, I've drawn a card that is actually relevant, so I guess I'll play it. Island. No, a different one. How about a little Expropriate for everyone? I'm gonna go for an extra turn.
Yeah, let's see what you can do, I guess. Take an extra turn.
I was gonna say, I'm gonna give you money.
I will vote for time.
I will take 4 extra turns and 1 of your permanents. Yeah, I'll take Rose Tyler. I will go to my second of 5 now extra turns. Ledger Shredder comes off suspend, and I will cast it for free. Gonna be shredding some ledgers. Watch out. Go out for turn. That's an island. I'm gonna play it. 6. Malcolm. Trigger Ledger Shredder. I will draw and discard. That's an island. I'll discard that one too. Go to combat. Ledger Shredder over there. Rose Tyler's gonna go at Corbin. Trigger, it'll get a counter. Next extra turn. Draw anything relevant, please. Nope, not a chance. Land per turn is Strip Mine. I'm gonna cast Mox Amber. I'm going to cast Cursed Totem. Trigger Ledger Shredder. I'm going to discard this island. Go to combat. 3 in the air at Jason, and then 9 in the ground at Corbin.
I will block with Arcanist.
Trigger Malcolm, I will draw and discard. I guess I'm discarding the Sneerum Snare. Second main, I'm going to cast Omniscience. Go to my next turn. Go to combat. 3 in the air at Jason, 10 on the ground at Corbin.
Sure, go to 3.
Trigger Malcolm. I will discard this Sapphire Medallion. Go to my final extra turn. I'm going to send Rose at Jason and my flyers at Corbin.
I'll go to negative something.
Ouch. I'm gonna Chain of Plasma targeting Malcolm.
Resolves. I
Yep.
will copy it and target you.
Sure, good luck, Eddie.
I'll cast Malcolm again. I will go to my normal turn. Go to combat. I suppose we'll attack you with Malcolm because I would like to draw cards and discard cards.
So 1 or 2?
2 whole damage. I'll draw and discard. Still have Rogue's Passage over there, huh?
Yep.
I will strip mine it. That's it, go ahead.
Do the 2 upkeep things. Crack the Sunbake Canyon. Draw another card. Time travel,
Sure.
add another counter, remove a counter, remove. So I'm gonna get Flaming Fist and cast an Inspiring Refrain. I'm gonna draw 2 cards and then exile this with 3 time counters on it.
Because you've cast 2 spells, I will trigger Ledger Shredder. I'm gonna discard Fairy Mastermind, actually.
Play a Glacial Fortress. I guess we'll cast Amy for free.
Seems good.
Pay 3. Ninth Doctor has haste and into the TARDIS. Whenever the Ninth Doctor becomes untapped during my untap step, I get an additional upkeep after this step. You got a big ass creature over there, and I have an unblockable commander, so I will just get through for 3.
We'll choose not to block. End of your turn, I'm gonna cast this Mystical Tutor.
Oh, actually, it hit you twice. Double strike. Forgot about Flaming Fist there for a second.
Fair enough. We're gonna put Lorien Revealed on top of our deck. Go to my turn. I'm going to cast Lorien Revealed and draw 3 cards. I'm gonna start with a Solve the Equation to go find Seagate Restoration. Ledger Shredder before I find that Seagate Restoration. I'm gonna draw this card. It's Misdirection. It's gone now. I'm gonna cast Experimental Augury. Look at the top 3 cards in my library, put one of them in my hand, and the rest on the bottom in any order, and proliferate. Chorus counters don't mean a whole lot right now, but +1/+1 counters are pretty sweet. I'm going to cast Jin Gataxius Core Augur. It is a 5/4 with flash, but I didn't flash it in. Being in my end step, I draw 7 cards, and each opponent's maximum hand size is reduced by 7. I'm going to cast Kozilek the Great Distortion. I'm going to draw 5 cards, because I only got 2 cards in hand. I'm going to cast Seagate Restoration. I got 6 cards in hand, so I'm going to draw 7 cards. I also have no maximum hand size the rest of the game. I'm going to cast Hullbreaker Horror.
We're free.
Whenever you cast a spell, choose 1. Return target spell you don't control to its owner's hand. Return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. I'm going to cast Shark Typhoon. I'm going to bounce that thing. I'm going to cast Hot Soup. And I'm going to bounce Whisper Silk Cloak. I'm going to cast Personal Tutor. I'll bounce Amy. I'm going to find Contentious Plan because it's the only sorcery left in my deck. I'm going to cast Back to Basics and bounce the Ninth Doctor and make a 3/3 shark. Land per turn is War Room. I'm going to pay 3 and a life and draw a card. I'm going to cast Contentious Plan to make a 2/2 shark, and I'm going to bounce my own Curse Totem. Go to combat. I have this Malcolm, this Rose Tyler, and this Ledger Shredder. End step. I'm going to draw 7 cards.
2 upkeeps. Go down to 2 counters there. Go up to an ungodly amount there. Down to 1 here. Play a Plains. Guess I could just pass the turn because I don't think there's anything I can do.
It would be very surprising to me if there was anything you could do.
So yeah, I'll just pass the turn.
I'll go to my turn. Sharks.
You got it.
Yay.
Now Corbin, go to the bathroom.
I peed on myself.
It's like jokes on you already went.
And Matt is able to use this one really cool card named Omniscience to help him cast a bunch of spells and win the game. Good job, Matt, and see you all next time.